Former This Morning star Holly Willoughby has been slammed by social media users after she shared a snap of herself in front of an MRI scanner, which was gifted to her by a company. Holly Willoughby has been hit with a wave of criticism from social media users, some of whom have labeled her as tone deaf. The former This Morning presenter was pictured grinning in front of an MRI scanner this week after announcing that a company had generously gifted her the scan. The 44-year-old was seen beaming as she sat on the flat bed of the Siemens MRI scanner at a London clinic. She informed fans that she was being screened for early signs of cancer, along with over 500 other medical conditions, carrying a hefty price tag of £1,500. However, many were disgruntled that the broadcaster was proudly endorsing something that many of her followers may not be able to afford, reports The Mirror. Dressed in a pair of branded navy pajamas, the TV host flashed a smile and captioned her post. "Recently at Ezra Inc. very kindly invited me for a multi-organ MRI scan, checking for early signs of cancer and 500 plus other conditions. As we all know, early detection saves lives, and it's incredible this is now available in London. Having that peace of mind for me and my family is so worth it. As a company, their hope is the more who do this, the more available it is for everyone." #gifted. Her post, which has received over 28,000 likes, was met with a barrage of backlash. One person wrote, "Funny how they gift it to the only people that can afford it." Meanwhile, a second person wrote, "Ultimately, it's the company behind it who are wrong in profiteering on our health anxieties and our concerns on a crumbling health system with a £1,500 price tag, but there are many celebs endorsing this company and I find it tone deaf at best." A third went on to write, "Be good to gift the MRI scan to somebody who cannot afford to have access to that kind of peace of mind you advertise." "If only we were all so lucky," remarked a fourth. Holly has since removed all comments from her post and switched off the comment section. Holly's post followed a coroner's warning that celebrities who publicly reveal their cancer diagnosis have been adding to NHS waiting times. Whilst public figures are rightly encouraging people to seek medical attention if they have concerns, the NHS is currently being stretched to breaking point. Senior coroner Samantha Goward voiced her concerns after a dramatic spike in cancer referrals. She made her remarks following the death of actor Michael Moore, who died from terminal bladder cancer. He waited 9 months for a biopsy and an inquest heard that he should have been tested sooner and within 28 days of his initial referral. At the inquest, it was disclosed that Mr. Moore had previously undergone treatment for prostate cancer. During a checkup in 2023, an abnormal area was identified, prompting a request for a biopsy. However, the biopsy only took place 9 months later when he was admitted to hospital as an emergency case. It was then that medical staff discovered advanced, incurable bladder cancer. Consequently, treatment was deemed not in his best interests, and Mr. Moore was instead provided with palliative care. Following Moore's passing, Ms. Goward stated, "The evidence of the hospital trust was that work had been ongoing in recent years to reduce delays, but that while there had been some initial improvement, there had been a further decline, which I was told is in part due to an increase in referrals due to high-profile celebrities announcing their cancer diagnoses and rightly encouraging people to come forward with any symptoms of concern." Therefore, despite local measures to improve performance, this has been significantly affected by a rise in cancer referrals. I was advised that this surge has been widely reported across the NHS, and I was advised that NHS England has acknowledged persistent capacity constraints across many providers. The concern therefore is that the NHS does not have the ability to deal with the significant number of cancer referrals received, and this is causing significant delays in waiting times, which impacts on those awaiting a diagnosis, undergoing surveillance, and delays in diagnosing a recurrence and those awaiting treatment.